Hello, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. This video is going to be about how I believe that we need to be mindful of listening too much to other people. Yeah, I think a lot of people, their lives, the way their lives are structured and what they're actually doing, quite often it's being influenced and sometimes even run by other people. And this, I think, is going to have a negative effect on your own personal development. Now, in saying that, obviously, whatever situation you're in, if you might be married like me with children, so obviously you've got responsibilities, and obviously the decisions that you make have to be for the many, and obviously not just for yourself. So this video isn't about you going and doing what you want to do, and obviously changing your life, and if you like, altering everyone else's life around you. This is not what this video is about. What this video is about, it's about having an open mind and about not always listening to people that are around you who are steering you in the wrong direction. Now, it goes without saying that people that are around you, and I've got a lot of people around me, all of them in my family, they all want what's best for me. But they all want me to obviously do well and hopefully be happy and obviously achieve success. Yeah, but they also want you to be safe. Yeah, they also want you to be safe. And when I'm talking about being safe, I mean sometimes people, if they're not the sort of person who goes out and chases a dream, they will put over to you how they are. Now, this is not good, because what you're allowing, if you're allowing this to happen to you, is you're allowing other people's mindset change your own. Yeah, the biggest example of this is obviously when we're children. Yeah, when we're children and we're growing up, hopefully I was lucky enough to have a good mum and dad. I was kind of brought up the right way, and I was given quite a positive mindset by my dad and also by obviously my immediate family. But as you get older, as we get older and we kind of go out into society, we are now surrounded by different people. Yeah, different people. It might be that you've moved away from home, you're now in a work environment, you've got work friends, different people around you, and you've now got another circle of influence. The trouble is, this circle of influence might be positive, or hopefully it won't be negative. You see, you might have a negative circle of influence, which obviously goes without saying. If these people are obviously not bothered about moving forward, they might be involved in activities which obviously are criminal, then obviously this goes without saying it's going to have a negative effect, albeit in the long term, on your life. But what about when you're in a circle of people who are all, if you like, law abiding and positive and good people? Are you to be the same as all those people, or are you going to be an individual? Because this is what this video is about. It's about fitting in. Yes, we need to obviously make sure that we're doing and abiding by the rules of society and doing the best you can. That's what my channel's all about, trying to achieve more and do more. But at the same time, I still think that we have to, if we really want to do better, and not just better for ourselves, but better for our family, then we really must start, in some cases, taking no notice of people that are around us. Because you might have a person that's around you that's got the greatest intentions for you. Yeah, biggest example of this was me with my mum. Yeah, my mum would talk me out of doing anything, and that's the trouble. If you're has got someone around you who is not negative, there's another word for it. It's called safe. If this person's safe and like they kind of just want to advise you in the safe way, then the trouble with safety is your life probably won't change. So you have to try and be a little bit more daring. Now, I ain't saying go out and climb Mount Everest or sell everything and put it into something else and take massive chances. That obviously would be idiotic. But do little things in your life which you know are going to lead you in a positive direction, because I've had people around me, people they'll talk you out of ideas. They'll tell you that your dream will never become a reality. They'll just make you feel that you can't achieve, and it ain't necessarily because they're being nasty. It's just because they are the way they are, yeah, and they're kind of putting this kind of like negativity in your direction. And it goes without saying, the more negativity you're around, the more you will succumb to being that negative person. Yeah, I think we just need to really, look at our lives, look at the decisions we make. When we have to make a decision, don't necessarily, yes, take advice from other people, but don't just take it as being, that is exactly correct what they're saying. Weigh it up against different scenarios. Look at the different outcomes. Yeah, if you taking a little chance could end up perhaps making a big dream come true, then surely a little bit of taking a chance could be the way to go. But we need to understand that all we need to be aware of is that there's people who are going to be around us who have got this negative mindset, this safe mindset, and it's gonna basically feed into your mind. Yeah, so we need to be basically wary of it, and start making our own decisions. I've done it in my own life. I've listened to people. I've done things, and I've kind of not done things, and I've been right, and sometimes I've been wrong. But you have to look at it the other way. If you do something and it don't turn out right, it's just a mistake. As long as it ain't too costly, it ain't the end of the world. So this video really is about start having your own mind. Start making your own decisions. Stop relying on other people. Yeah? And if you are going to listen to other people, and you are going to obviously take on board what they're saying, make sure they are qualified to talk about that subject. Yeah, if you're trying to sort out something about I don't know, perhaps getting a mortgage, or it could be anything in your life, something to do with property, then you need to speak to a financial advisor. If you need to sort your accounts out, if you've got trouble with your self-assessment, don't yes, you can talk to people, but are they qualified? Are they qualified? Yeah. That's the trouble, I think, with today. Sometimes you'll have someone, it could be somebody in your family who is perhaps at a higher level, yeah, than yourself. And you know it. It could be an age thing. It could be because they've had a responsible job. It doesn't matter. Different people will actually look upon these people differently, as though they are the God Almighty almost. But it doesn't mean that they know everything about every single subject. Yeah? It doesn't mean that. It just doesn't mean that. I can remember years ago with my mum, sometimes she would say to me, oh, before you do that, ask Brian, my older brother. He was obviously quite a bit older than me. And it didn't dawn on me until I got older, really, that just because he's my older brother, it doesn't mean that he's more educated than me in every single aspect of life. It just means he knows more about some subjects because he's older than me. But this is the trouble with people giving you their input. Yes, they might be right. They might be right. But guess what? You get to decide whether you absorb and believe that information. Don't just take it as being verbatim, that this is what it is. Because just because a person's older than you doesn't necessarily know they mean more than you. It probably does mean that they've got a more broader outlook and understanding of life and how life works. But I'm on about if you seek information on a specific subject, don't just let someone say, "Oh, you should talk to such and such because he's 60 years old and he probably knows more about it than you do." What you should do if you don't know um, about this subject is seek professional advice. Yeah, professional advice. Because otherwise, the person that you're speaking to, um, they might throw a negative light on what it is you're thinking of doing, when really what you're thinking of doing could potentially be really positive. And then what would happen if that happened? It's like you asking somebody about an idea, and they turn around and say, "Oh, I don't think that would work." But how do they know? If you then let that person's negative view overtake your mind, well, actually, yeah, he might be right. Is he right? Is he qualified? It might be that you're thinking about a business, about going into a certain business or starting something online, and this person decides to throw their spoke in and says, "Oh, I don't think that would work." Well, who are they? Are they qualified? Are they qualified to even have an opinion? Yeah? This is the trouble with allowing and asking for other people's input. Yeah? Sometimes we're not always going to get back what we want. We're not always going to get the answer that we want. So for me, what I do now, and as I'm trying to mature, I mean, I'm 51 now, but I'm obviously as I'm getting older, I don't always seek advice from other people. I'm trying to make my own mind up because it's my life. It's my life. So if someone says to you, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that," or "Why are you doing that?" or "That ain't going to work. You're wasting your time," I would turn around and say, "Well, it's got nothing to do with you. What I do is what I do. It's something that I value. It's something that I want to pursue, and that is it. You haven't got to listen to these people. Yeah. Yes, they might be right or they might be wrong, but it's your life and you get to decide. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking about you. Yeah. Because 9 out of 10 times, these people that are making these negative comments, or they've got their opinion, they're kind of, making light of what you're doing, or they're basically downing you. Most of the time, these people, half the time, they're not in your life anyway. What does it matter if someone, you hear that someone has said something? Why does it matter? It doesn't matter. All that matters All that matters is that you have a dream. It might be that you want more for your family. It might be that you want to obviously provide more for your children. And it might be that you're pursuing something. Yeah? You're not wrong to want to pursue something. It's like me with YouTube. I've got it is a bit of a dream. I obviously want to do well on YouTube. I would love to get more into what I'm doing now, trying to do personal development. I think it's a great industry. I think it can help a lot of people, and it's something that I'm pursuing. I'm not wrong to try and pursue it. Yeah. So if anyone's got an opinion of me doing it, I don't take no notice because I'm not hurting anyone. It's something that I quite like doing. It's something that I kind of want to pursue, and I am pursuing. So, and I'm not, and I said again, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm just trying to produce videos that are going to hopefully help people to overcome and move forward in their life. Yeah. Why is it anybody else's business? It's not. And this is the trouble. So many people, there's probably people sitting at home now, they're thinking about doing something, and their partner or somebody in their family is saying, "Oh, you don't want to do that." And they're throwing the spoke in. It's as if you're riding a bike. They're putting that twig between your wheels and you ain't going nowhere. And it's all because of this negative mindset of somebody else. You need to create your positive mindset And if you don't know how to do that, you need to start watching more videos on creating a positive mindset and start taking less notice of people around you. Start making your own decisions. You get to decide. It's your life. Yeah? I'm just going to end the video with one other um, thing that I look at myself, and that is I don't know what I'm going to achieve. Yeah? I know what I want to do. I want to do well. I'd like to do well on YouTube. I'd like to, I want to do well in life, build my lead generation business. I want to provide for my children. And I still don't know what's going to happen. Yeah? It's too early to say. No one can determine. I don't know what life holds for me. But one thing I do know is that when I die, yeah, and people hopefully will speak good of me, right? But as long as they turn around and say, he tried, yeah, I'll be happy. Whether or not I succeed, no one knows. Yeah, no one knows. But I would hate to get to the end of my life, yeah, and look back and think, what have I achieved? Nothing. Oh, okay, I've got a house, I've got a family. I'm on about actually making a difference in the world. Yeah, what have I actually done? Because there's so many people who will turn around at the end of their life in regret and think, well, yeah, I've worked, I've provided a good home for my family, but have I actually ever, will I be remembered? Have I made a difference? What can I do to make a difference for the better? Because for me, if you've seen my other videos, I've got videos I've done on OCD. I suffer severely with mental illness and obviously the depression that is brought on from OCD. And I've done videos on that because I want to try and help people. I want to try and make people understand that there is help out there, that, to try and do something. Because to me, it's important. I think if everybody adopted a positive mindset and was trying to help other people, I think the world would be a better place. And I don't think there's anything wrong. If what you're doing is heading in that direction, I wouldn't let anybody sway you from it because, like I say, you've got one life. It's your life, and you need to try and be as loving and as productful for your family as possible, and that's what I do. Yeah. Please, I probably appreciate it if you've enjoyed watching my video. I really appreciate it if you subscribe. My channel is all about personal development. It's all about moving forward and obviously trying to achieve more in your life. Yeah. Because I honestly do believe that I remember my neighbour. I had a neighbour. He moved to Spain, and he said to me one day, "If you can help someone else, you'll help yourself." And I honestly believe that. I've read books on this, and what you put out, you will definitely get back. Yeah, you will definitely. If you put out positivity, you will usually get positivity back. But if you're negative, if you think that the world owes you a living and that things should just happen for you without you doing anything, you're barking up the wrong tree. It ain't gonna happen like that. You need to start making your own decisions, make a decision to move forward in life, make a decision to embark on personal development, make a decision to educate yourself, make a decision to help more people, make a decision to be a better member of your family. Yeah, because if you try and move forward in all these areas, you cannot go backwards. How could you? If you're trying to improve and do more in all these areas, it just won't happen. Yeah, personal development for me has been it's been a bit of a life changer. It's making me realise that I can do more for my family and obviously be more. And this is what you need to do if you want to move forward in life. Because if you just stand still and you decide, you know what, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that, you are going to be in exactly the same situation, whether it be in a financial situation, whether your living accommodation will be the same, your relationship, whatever it will be, unless you make a conscious decision to move forward and start doing more, you will remain where you are. Please like, please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, and there's one other thing. Oh yeah, leave a comment. I always reply to constructive comments. Yeah, comments that are obviously, just not nice, I ignore. But anything that's constructive, positive or negative, or if there's anything that you think that I could have added to this video, I'd really appreciate your comment. Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Goodbye.